The insanity behind twin flame separation. Welcome back. I'm Breann, Master Certified Ascension Coach with Twin Flames Universe. And today I want to share a little bit about an experience that I had as I was healing through physical separation from my twin flame and manifesting my harmonious twin flame union. And I feel it's incredibly important for me to, not only share insights into the twin flame journey and into healing separation, but also like my own personal experiences and kind of the awarenesses that I've had, and to help you. And maybe you might recognize this within your consciousness in some way, and sharing is caring, because then you can also uproot it from your consciousness, because we all know, or if you're new to watching my videos, the twin flame journey in a nutshell is about self-discovery and self-love. And so you have your twin flame, is your beautiful divine lover, your perfect counterpart. And in that, they are showing you, they are a mirror reflection of your own consciousness, because you share a consciousness. And in that, it requires that you heal. It is a process of growth and ascension. And if you're not healing, you're going to find a very hard time in being physically together with your twin flame. But I'm going to dive into an experience that I had that will, in hopes, help you and get you moving forward on your journey. All right. And so as I was healing through the physical separation, there was a part of my consciousness, when we're in a state of separation, we're struggling because we were not created to be separated from our lover, from our divine counterpart. And so if we are experiencing separation, that's hard, that it hurts. And yes, you can be numbed out to it and not realize like how hard it actually is. But once you come up out of it, you find out that, wow, that really was hard. I was very alone, devastated, heartbroken, just in a lot of deep pain and a lot of deep grief. And, as I was healing through this in my own journey, I would have these awarenesses of parts of my consciousness where I was believing in insanity. And what I mean by that is, there was an experience I had where, although I deeply desired the physical manifestation of my union, at the exact same time, there was a part of my consciousness that was pushing it away. All right. And so when we have those divides in our consciousness, whatever has the most power, whatever you're giving the most power to, it's the thing that's going to manifest. And so in that moment, there was more of me, although I had that desire in my heart, there was a bigger part of my consciousness that was pushing it away. And now the reason why I was pushing it away was because I was attached to the struggle. Crazy. This is why I said in the very beginning of the video, the insanity behind twin flame separation. All right. A part of my consciousness liked struggling. I liked that it was hard. I felt like, ooh, this is a challenge. And now when I say that I liked it, I wasn't consciously aware. I wasn't thinking, yeah, let's swim around in this separation. I mean that there was a part of my consciousness that I was numbed out to, or that I was shut down in until I, was doing the inner healing work. And then I realized, wow, there was a place within myself that actually liked the struggle. And so as I went deeper into that and asked myself, well, why, what am I getting? Because there's always a perceived benefit. If there's something that we know clearly is not in alignment with our divinity or our good, then there's always going to be a perceived benefit that you're getting from that. And so for me, because I spent most of my life not really living my life purpose, I found purpose in the struggle. I found the struggle challenging. It was something for me to conquer, to fight through, to blood, sweat, and tears, right? It was a challenge, and I was up for a challenge, right? But then on the other side of that too, this is okay, guys, this is insanity, right? You just got to follow me here. On the other side of that too, I thought, okay, but then once I conquer this struggle, I conquer this challenge, and then I have my harmonious twin flame union, then what? Then what's the next challenge? It was like this part of me thought, well, then my life is over. Not literally, but it was like, but then the struggles are over, the challenges are over, and then how am I going to, what would my purpose be then? What would I do with my life then? And of course, like on the grand scheme of things, like we know logically, like you manifest harmonious twin flame union, you're together with your twin flame, and then you share that with the world. You live your life purpose as one. But I didn't know subconsciously that I was giving so much power to, no, I got to stay in the struggle. I got to stay in the difficulty because that's the only thing that seems to give me any purpose. And then once I found that I was like, this is crazy. Like, what even is this? And love is eternal. So even after you manifest your harmonious twin flame union, you have so much more good you're still going to have challenges, right? Like, it doesn't stop there. Having your harmonious twin flame union is just like the foundation of a complete life full of fulfillment and joy in your happiness, and cultivating that together with your twin flame. And so there's no end in sight. We're eternal beings. And so because we are eternal and we're one with love and we're divine, then that only means that our good and what it is that we manifest in our lives, it will only continue to multiply. It will only continue to expand. And our consciousness, it doesn't have the capacity to understand, like in terms of eternity. And so all we do is we see limitations, we see ends to things. Well, once I get to, from point A to point B, it ends. Or once I get from point B to point C, it ends. But that's not the truth of a divine being. A divine being doesn't think in terms of limitations or endings. Your divine self thinks in terms of eternity, that there's always going to be more good to expand upon. There's always going to be more beauty, deeper romance with your twin flame to be had. And you're not going to logic it here. Like, you're not going to understand it. But your heart knows the truth, and your heart can feel that eternity, can feel that there's no end. Of course, if you're not blocked there, right? And like me, for instance, I was blocked there. As much as I deeply desired my harmonious twin flame union, little did I know that I had ego over here in my consciousness that I was giving power to, and at the same time saying no to having my harmonious twin flame union. And once I found that, I uprooted it. And when I say uprooted it, I mean, I did the mirror exercise, and I loved myself there, right? I brought in love, I brought in truth, and then I felt peace. And in that place of peace, well, I naturally moved forward, and I did manifest my harmonious twin flame union. And then there was a whole new set of challenges to move through. And when I say challenges, like, it's a good thing. Not in terms of the way I was doing it before, though, where I was attached to the struggling, meaning that, oh, wow, there's a challenge here, and so this only means that I have more good coming my way, and I don't need to struggle through this challenge. I get to grow through this challenge. You see, it's all about perception, and it's really just letting go of the ego's way of how it perceives things, which is like heavy and uncomfortable and deep and dark, and it's doesn't feel good. It's heavy, all right? Whereas you perceive it through love's eyes, you perceive correctly, and you see nothing but more good, more abundance, more love coming your way. So I share this with you in hopes that you may even identify that there's parts of your consciousness that, maybe believing in the same thing that I did, or maybe it's coming up in a different way for you. And so allow yourself to feel through your feelings and really explore. Our consciousness is vast. And so if you're sitting here right now and you feel like, well, I'm ready for my harmonious twin flame union, but where is it? Well, you might have a part of your consciousness that's actually working against that, and you don't even realize it. And this is why having the support of a coach is invaluable. It's priceless, and having the teachings and the body of work to help you identify these places in your consciousness, because we don't know that they're there until we have support and, someone to help us shine a light on that. And then once you do, you uproot it and you love yourself and you're good to move forward. All right, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.